Let me begin by saying that I had no intention of watching this show. The Drinker and others have made it clear that the writing is terrible and filled with
the message.
As soon as details about the origin of She-Hulk in this show became available, I was struck by just how lazy and contrived it all was reported to be. Then, completely unbidden, an origin story for She-Hulk began to ferment in my mind. Logically, I simply cannot process serendipity. I don't deny its existence in real life, but I hate it in fictional writing. Modern Hollywood writing has thrown causality and determinism out the window and has been hobbling along on the crutches of MacGuffins and coincidence. Take the Book of Ashanti and Doctor Strange. This book is basically the cheat code for a universe that already has magic, existence-changing stones, space, time, and dimensional travel. In a setting where literally anything is possible, writers still need to create an even easier mode so that their characters can solve problems. Fucking hell, man. Anyways, for those of you that haven't watched the show, Bruce makes a device that stops him from hulking out. He is wearing it when he and his cousin Jen get into a car accident. Both get cut up in the crash, and Bruce bleeds into Jen's wounds, and now she is a Hulk too. Except that she can change at will without any split personality. Now Bruce is smart Hulk again because reasons, and tries to teach her about being a Hulk. But she masters her powers in like 5 minutes and suffers no real hardship concerning these new powers. After the initial montage of her training with Bruce, she goes back to being a lawyer. From this point on, the show reveals its true colors. This is not a superhero show. It is a poor comedy trying to be a drama. As my title implies, and after watching 5 episodes of this stinker, I will outline what could have been. Let's go. The origin of the She-Hulk TV show needs a total rework. I understand that in the comics, Jen and Bruce are cousins, but if I were writing the show, I would make her his daughter. I'm not going to wrestle with the time jump, but I would have Bruce finally find a cure for his condition, and he is well and truly free of the Hulk. 5 years pass, and he is totally Hulk symptom-free. Let's say he and Betty Ross get married, and they have a baby girl, and they name her Jen. Jen grows up and eventually learns about Bruce as the Hulk, and will be celebritized due to his past fame. She reaches puberty, and she begins to manifest mutant powers that resemble Hulk-like abilities. In the Marvel Universe, mutation is a spontaneous thing that can emerge from regular, non-powered parents. In Jen's case, she was born a mutant, but due to her father's genetic contribution to her DNA, her mutant powers are Hulk abilities. Therefore, I submit to you, the viewers, that this origin provides a much more compelling reason for her to have these powers, rather than the perfect planetary alignment required for the blood-mingling car crash of the Disney show. At first, Jen can't control her change. Heightened emotional states trigger it. I would retain the detail that she is the only personality regardless of her form, but that her level of emotional intensity lessens her ability to think clearly and morally. I would also steal the concept from the first Hulk movie, where the angrier she gets, the bigger and more beast-like she becomes. The Disney show has Jen in 2 physical states. The first is her normal pre-Hulk self, and the second is taller, stronger, and more beautiful. This is such a missed opportunity. I would have her strength and durability scale with her rage. Let's say she is pissed off to the point where she would shout in someone's face. She would grow maybe a foot taller and is noticeably stronger. She can still look like the Disney She-Hulk with the longer hair and statuesque beauty. Now let's say she becomes very angry, so much so that even her normal self would want to get physically violent. She wants to get in a fist fight. Now she would grow to maybe 9 feet tall. I'm on the fence about her hair, not sure if shorter or longer is a better visual. Regardless, she can still speak, but now she is much harder to reason with. Her frame thickens, and she isn't so beautiful anymore. If we dial up the rage further to the point where Jen would be angry enough to kill, we would see a true Hulk emerge, 15 feet tall and built similarly to Bruce's Hulk. She would be out of control. She knows what she's doing, but her judgment is so massively impaired that every violent act makes sense to her during the rage. For the first time, we would see Bruce on the back foot, facing a Hulk, and experiencing firsthand the terror of coming face to face with the monster. I think Bruce would undertake to train Jen, just as depicted in the Disney series. But we should see Jen get angry and hurt Bruce by mistake. This would show her the danger of her powers. As she grows older, she would have a few more accidents. She feels a deep sense of remorse for the things she has broken and the people she has injured. All this exposition can be showed in flashbacks while the present day can still be centered on Jen as a lawyer in her 20s. This rework provides fertile ground for showing Jen's struggle to determine how much force is necessary when dealing with threats. I think a character trait she should have from early childhood is an aversion to hurting anything, even a bug. She could be a very empathetic and sweet child. Her change at puberty would be hard for her to process, as each emotion has the potential to be a well for anger. Happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, and surprise all can heighten into anger. This element too is borrowed from the second Hulk movie starring Ed Norton and his heart monitor. I think an aspect like this would be fascinating to see explored from the female perspective. Some women report that they can feel several emotions all at once. How would Jen respond? Would she become sullen or stoic? Would she be emotionally erratic, quickly jumping from one emotion into another to run ahead of the rage? Maybe she would turn to medication to dull her moods and choose to live in a perpetual emotionless fog. What an awful curse to inherit, having terrible power, but never being able to safely experience the full range or depth of emotion. Well, viewers, what did you think? Do you prefer my origin story or Disney's? Please let me know in the comments. I wanted to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, old and new. The channel is growing day by day, and you are the reason it's happening. My channel metrics indicate that many viewers that stop by still haven't subbed. I hope this video will be the one that wins your membership. It's free for you and helps me get closer to the goal of monetization. Stay tuned for my next video where I fix the Marvel movie canon for Sabretooth. Until next time.
You're fixing it.